All right, Christian, I've been watching you build this web app, but there's something I want to get off my chest.
Oh, by all means. What is it?
It's like a hair or a fuzz or something. I don't know. It's tickling my chin. But there's also something I want to say about the web app. We have 3 columns: planning, in progress, and review. But what happens when the work is complete? Where do the customers go?
Ah, great question. Let me show you with Carrie. Using the dropdown, if I select complete and save, now she's just gone.
Ugh, no. We keep losing Carrie.
Right, and this time it's not just her photo, she's completely gone.
Which is not ideal. If I'm doing work, I like to have some sort of an archive to keep track of everything I've completed.
And that is exactly what we are adding to our web app in this video.
To Gemini?
To Gemini. But first, I want to make a backup of our web app because it's in a pretty good state right now. I want to save the code we have.
To Cloud Shell?
To Cloud Shell. I'm in the home folder, so if I do the list command, it has the My Customers folder. But I'll stay in the home folder to make a new directory with mkdir, and I'll call it mc-backups. Now if I do the list command, the new folder appears alongside the My Customers folder. To copy the contents of My Customers into the Backups folder, I'll type cp for copy, -r to get everything within the directory, then My Customers as the thing to copy, and mc-backups/homepage as the destination. Now, if I use the list command on mc-backups, the homepage backup is present.
Smart. So now we can always go back to that code if things start getting wonky. So now to Gemini?
Yes, and like last time, I've created a prompt to put into Gemini CLI, and I relied on the Gemini web app to help me create this. This prompt tells Gemini CLI to create a tab that shows all the past work.
All right, but it looks like Gemini CLI is stuck. It says finished, but it's still confirming full completion. What do we do?
This can happen. Sometimes we have to run the prompt again, but sometimes it gets stuck even though it's actually finished. I'm going to hit Control-C to stop Gemini CLI. Then I'll create a new terminal window and run the Firebase serve command in the My Customers folder. This will create that test environment to check if Gemini did indeed finish creating the code for us. We reach it by clicking on this local server link.
All right, looks like there's something new here.
That's right, there's now a past business button. That's a good sign. Let's click on it.
There she is.
And if we click into Carrie's card, we still have that past business button at the top, and her status is complete.
We should probably test it out with another card just to be safe, right?
Yeah, let's go back to Jose, click into his card, and set the status to complete.
Okay, he's gone. Good sign. Is he in past business?
He is. So now, let's test if we can move them out of past business. I'll change Carrie's status to review. Now she's gone from the past business page and back in the review column.
Amazing. But we're still in the test environment, right? So let's deploy it and test if it's working in the real world.
Yep, let's go back to Cloud Shell, type Control-C to stop the serve command. Now we run Firebase deploy, and once that's finished, click on the hosting URL. If we click around to test some stuff, everything is working as it should.
Fantastic. So if you gave this hosting URL to anyone, they'd be able to visit this site?
Yes, which is a great segue to our next topic, authentication. We might not want just anyone going to our site and finding our customers' sensitive information.
Oh, okay. Authentication, next video. Stay tuned.